get the bag, I'm serious. All that these haters delirious. At the spot, they producing the cash flow when I'm making appearances. I know they talking all the fuck shit.
Hey, what up, y'all? We are back with that part 33 of the Lost Judgment. Let's get it. Bro, I gotta decorate my police mode, bro. Look at this shit. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably gonna be a boring goddamn gameplay, cause we probably not gonna fight nobody, bro. We got court today, dog.
Held on violation of Shinjuku Station's anti-nuisance ordinance, the defendant of this appeal is active duty officer Akihiro Ihara. He was previously convicted and sentenced to 6 months. However, the defense wholly rejects the sexual battery charge and asserts his innocence.
The prosecution points to 2 pieces of evidence to prove the defendant guilty. One is the security camera footage from Ikebukuro to Shinjuku Station. The other is fiber traces from the victim's undergarments.
Does she look like the Grudge to y'all, bruh? I just want to know, because she looked like the Grudge to me, bruh.
Guilty verdict. We have prepared counter-arguments to each piece of
with that hairstyle, I mean. The hairstyle is crazy.
How does the prosecution respond?
We maintain the original sentence was perfectly adequate. That is all.
Then first, let's examine the security footage from Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station submitted at the first trial. This is footage of Ikebukuro Station on October 7th at 7:43 a.m. The individual wearing sunglasses and a mask is believed to be the defendant. This person remains in the area for over an hour, watching as countless trains make their stops. At 9:06 a.m., he locates the victim of this case. Then he boards the train and pursues her. This footage of the station platform is from when the suspect and victim board the train car.
We already saw this during the first trial. Let's not be redundant.
Bruh, shut your ass up, bruh. Shut the fuck up.
The victim claims the defendant moved in a suspicious manner once the train left Ikebukuro Station, ultimately placing his hand under her skirt. After they arrived at Shinjuku Station 6 minutes later, the victim gathered her courage and grabbed his hand. However, there's a possibility the offender seen here is not the defendant himself, but a different person entirely, a stand-in. The goal was to disguise this event as an alibi for the murder which occurred in Yokohama that same morning. In other words, this instance of sexual battery was a conspiratorial fabrication. The original verdict was issued without taking this
Bruh, fix your face, dude.
Resulting in an
come across this goddamn table, nigga.
This is merely speculation. The defense has no proof to support these claims.
Precisely the issue.
Bro, I'm about to come over there and bash your head into that goddamn computer over there.
There is definitive proof that confirms the existence of a stand-in. However, the notion itself.
I mean the laptop.
Even with all of the prosecution's evidence.
I mean the monitor. I'm stupid as fuck. Not a laptop. I meant monitor, bro.
The assailant fled the train and was caught shortly after on the Shinjuku Station platform. Many nearby passengers filmed the scene, which then circulated throughout Japan. The impact may have been greater since the defendant was an active duty officer.
What the hell this nigga taking notes of?
Apprehended at the platform was the defendant. Upon arrival, station police arrested him and immediately performed a trace element inspection. With that said, there's a very real possibility the offender who ran off the train was an entirely different person, and we have the evidence to prove that. If you'll kindly look at this.
What is this? Displayed on the large monitor, please. Is that a diagram of Shinjuku Station?
That's correct, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. It's a diagram of your mama.
The victim and the offender ran onto the platform as soon as the train...
What the hell does it look like, my nigga?
The train car they boarded is here on this map. We've marked the offender's route with an arrow. The lighter areas on the overhead view are within the security camera's line of sight. More people pass through Shinjuku than anywhere on Earth in a single day. It's packed with security cameras. However, this arrow with the dotted line reveals the existence of a small blind spot. That's where the defendant and stand-in swapped places.
I see. So you claim this was their opportunity?
Yes. As such, I'd like to question the defendant once more over this evidence. Defendant, when you were issued the verdict in your first trial, you said the following to the judge. In a warehouse about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. If that wasn't enough, you correctly identified the body as Hiro Mikoshiba, despite the fact the police had yet to do so. How did you manage to pull off such a feat?
It came to me in a dream. Strange, you know.
Mikoshiba-san was your son Toshiro-kun's classmate, was he not?
That's right.
Toshiro Ihara was found dead in his apartment 4 years ago. He took his own life. Afterward, the defendant sued the school over Toshiro-kun's suicide.
Yes?
Ihara-san, can you tell us why you sued the school?
There were rumors my son had been bullied. Unfortunately, the court wasn't able to substantiate that claim.
And these rumors were discovered on the internet?
They were.
Of the bullies mentioned, Mikoshiba-san's name was among them. Were you aware of this?
I was.
Would you say you harbored murderous intent against Mikoshiba-san?
Objection. The defense's question is irrelevant. This case is to examine whether or not sexual battery.
Boy, shut up, cause your mama
Also, the Kanagawa police
is
are
irrelevant. You
actively
fuck boy.
investigating Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. The courtroom is no place for baseless speculation.
How does
My
the
mama
defense
slapped dog
respond?
shit out of you, dog.
The timing of the battery incident makes this case an alibi for Mikoshiba-san's murder. We believe there's a very relevant connection.
Very well. The prosecution's objection is overruled.
And please keep it brief.
Just as soon as the defendant
I'm
answers
gonna
the
keep this
question,
ass whooping brief if you don't
did
shut
you
up.
harbor murderous intent for Hiro Mikoshiba?
Say yes.
Of course I did.
Yeah, better say yes. I'll slap the dog out you, boy.
In other words, Your Honor, it goes like this. On the day Toshiro-kun's bully, Mikoshiba-san, was killed, the defendant set out to synchronize the murder with sexual battery. It became his alibi for the murder, and the prosecution and the court all but approved it. A 6-month sentence for sexual battery and getting away with murder. That's all the motivation the defendant needed to fabricate this elaborate scheme. His stand-in groped his accomplice, and then they swapped places before getting caught. It's all entirely possible.
Then the defense should present some evidence to prove it.
Wrong. That's not how this works, is it?
I'm
The
going to
prosecution bears the burden of proof in criminal cases.
I'm going to
If we
just
go
whoop your
through
ass,
all
bro.
the
Keep talking
evidence
about
to discover the
bullshit.
possibility no groping took place, then it's on the prosecution to refute that.
Fine. Have it your way. The defense's argument about the security camera's blind spot is flimsy at best. While the defendant was running, his female victim was chasing after him.
Bro, shut up, nigga. You ain't do your
Surely
research
the
like I
victim would
did,
have
boy.
seen if he had switched places with a stand-in.
Obviously, they was working together,
Yet
you
the victim
fucking
provided no such
cornball.
testimony.
The victim,
Why was she?
Yui
She
Mama,
working with him.
was an accomplice in the scheme.
Objection! This is an insult to the victim. Such claims harm the integrity of all women.
Bro, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, boy.
We have good reason to doubt the victim's credibility. She was all part of his plan. In fact, that's all but sure.
A 50-something man separated from his wife was driven by loneliness to harassment. That seems much more likely.
The way you phrase that. Is the prosecution admitting the defense's claims aren't wholly impossible?
Beg pardon?
That would imply the guilty verdict from the first trial was issued without 100% certainty.
Now you're just nitpicking.
Defense, if you claim to doubt the victim, then what is your reasoning?
Yes, we do. In actuality, she wasn't the only conspirator who helped stage the groping.
Oh yeah, it's finna get real deep now. Pause.
The bystander who captured the defendant, the witness who recorded the incident on his smartphone. Both men, in conjunction with the victim, were classmates from the same high school. Which means, strange as it sounds, that these seemingly unrelated individuals were in fact all acquaintances. It's clear that this was a carefully organized and planned event.
Our investigation discovered they all graduated from Kurokawa Academy in Tokyo 13 years ago. Additionally, Yoko Sawa, the teacher who was killed in Ijincho, graduated from the same class. 4 years ago, she was the teacher of the defendant's son, Toshiro-kun. We believe this indicates a connection between the Kurokawa Academy graduates and this case.
Of course, that's as deep as we need to go on that. We've simply presented the possibility that multiple conspirators were present when the defendant was apprehended. And as long as such a possibility exists, the defense asserts the defendant cannot be found guilty.
Your Honor, may I speak?
What is it?
I haven't committed murder. Per my conviction, I am just a pervert who victimized a woman on the train. Everything else is in the defense's imagination.
Defendant, why did you agree to this appeal then?
Cause
You
he's
can ask my
a
lawyers that.
goofball.
I simply didn't stop them.
How does the defense respond?
It's just as the defendant says. However, we believe his recollection may be a bit fuzzy. To refresh his memory, I'd like him to take a look at some footage. Will you permit this, Your Honor?
Now what?
But please, don't display this
Oh,
on a
you
large
gonna get a
monitor.
kick out of this.
We
I'm
shouldn't
telling you
shock
that.
the
I'm
public.
telling you right now, you can get
It's
a
footage of the
real
murder.
kick out of this.
Excuse me, wasn't that denied as evidence?
Shut your
As
ass
I
up, boy.
said, this is solely to refresh your memory. It's up to the judge whether or not we show it.
Please proceed.
That's just internet footage with no known origins.
No. This footage is from the SD card in the camera used to record it. This is a write once read
Got
memory,
him. He thought he
also
was
known as a log.
slick.
The police use it to photograph evidence. Anything recorded on it is highly reliable data. After serving your time, you intended to release this to the public. But Kawana can't wait for that to happen. And that's why he left it in my care.
Don't kill me. Please. I'm sorry. Toshiro-kun. I'll make it up to him. I'll atone for it. I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it. Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Defendant, in that
My thing
footage,
is,
the
why the
person you
hell
like
was he
being
wearing a helmet, right? And to take the motherfucker off. What the fuck is
Could say
that,
it
bro?
looks like me.
That don't even make no
person you
damn
killed
sense.
is Hiro
Why
Miyashima.
wear the shit in the
According to the
first
autopsy
fucking place, bro? If
He
you're
died
just gonna
sometime
show
after 7:30
who he
a.m.
is.
on October 7th.
The nigga literally just showed who he was.
Therefore,
for no reason.
it can only
He's a
be that the
fucking
person
goofy,
who
bro.
passed through the ticket gate shortly after
Damn, that pissed me
7:43
off.
a.m. was not you, but your stand-in. As the defense, we cannot allow our client's conviction of sexual battery to stand in light of this footage. May we continue questioning the defendant?
How does the
And you know what?
prosecution
It's
respond?
funny. This nigga thought he was gonna get
Even
away
if
with
the
it
footage
by
has an
showing his face.
irrefutable
Is you
source,
out
that
of your
alone does not prove guilt
damn
of
mind?
murder. I'd just like to state that.
This
in
nigga say,
advance.
"Fuck it." They will
So the
never know
prosecution is
if
denying
it's
the
real
murder?
or not. I'm gonna just
Remind
show
me who
my
exactly
face
is defending me
regardless.
here?
Goofy ass
Good
nigga.
question.
The defense repeatedly mentions a stand-in, but where is this person currently? Who even are they? The person on the station security footage was wearing sunglasses, but he looked just like the defendant.
We believe he used a mask made from a 3D printer. If you look closely, the alleged defendant at Ikebukuro Station and on the train does not move his mouth at all. We learned this from sources who may have been the stand-in and the collaborators.
Then we should call them to the stand to testify.
No need. The defendant should know all of this already.
I don't know anything about it.
He said he doesn't know. So what now? The defendant admitted to sexual battery, not murder. The murder footage has excellent production value, but nothing else corroborates the defense's claims.
Your Honor, I would like to request further witness testimony from the victim.
Denied. Both the defendant and the victim certified the validity of the battery, leaving no room for discrepancies. It would be unprecedented for a victim to testify further in this situation.
By that logic, there's no precedent for using battery as an alibi for murder either.
I will admit there is a possibility, but not enough to justify subjecting the victim to further distress in court. I must once again deny the request.
But
Defense, I've made myself clear.
Your Honor, following the defendant's last statement, we have a few more questions.
Understood.
Man, y'all give me.
Please
Why the
proceed.
hell you raise your hand like you in motherfucking class?
What's next?
Hold on.
I'm
gonna go with that
You're
one.
familiar with Jin Kuwana, aren't you? He's a handyman in Ijincho.
Nope. Never heard of him.
On October 7th,
Now you lying,
Kuwana
bruh.
disguised
Now you
himself
want
as
to fucking lie. I'm about to
boarded a
slap
train
the
from
shit out of you,
Ikebukuro
boy. I
bound
tell
for
you,
Shinjuku
right?
Station.
No.
He was the stand-in for the sexual battery mentioned earlier.
Your Honor, no evidence.
Man,
has
put your
been
fucking
submitted to
hand
verify
down.
that statement.
You put your hand
The
up
name
again, I'm gonna
Kuwana
whoop
was
your
not
fucking
present
ass,
on
dude. I'm
any
telling you right now, boy.
documentation,
You're
nor
pissing
was
me
the
off, dog.
prosecution notified.
Kuwana is the very
You
person
finna be
who
notified of an
recruited
ass
the
whooping, bro.
defendant to
For
murder
real.
Yoshiba-san.
Defense, as the prosecution has stated, no one by the name of Kuwana is known to the court.
Bro, this
Not
nigga know
even
Kuwana,
confirmed
bro.
if he
He
exists.
capping.
Please refrain from this line of questioning.
But, Your Honor, Kuwana is a key factor in the defendant's motive. Without him, Ahara-san never would have killed Mikoshiba, and we wouldn't be in this courtroom. Am I getting through to you?
I don't know a Kawana.
He about to not know what
No,
ass whooping
you
is, cause I'm about to
definitely do.
give you one. You fuck nigga.
Kawana's the one who fanned the flames of vengeance. You do well to remember that.
Got him.
Take a listen to this.
What is it?
It wasn't just some random
Oh, you finna
internet
find out.
post that made you decide to kill Mikoshiba-san, was it? Even while battling the school in court, you still didn't know for sure who
Hey, we got him,
pushed
y'all.
Toshiro-kun to his death.
We got him.
That's when Kuwana came to you with this recording, right?
That's... Why do you...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Toshiro-kun came running to the roof. His face was pretty swollen. And a few minutes later, a student named Mikoshiba came up looking for him. I'll never forget the fear I saw in Toshiro-kun's face.
That's the voice of Yokosawa, the teacher Toshiro-kun confided in about being bullied 4 years ago. It was recorded in secret and played for the defendant by Kuwana.
He told me about everything. The teasing, the beatings, the theft. How nobody was on his
Bro, uncross your goddamn arms, bro.
I had to deny all this in front of an entire courtroom. Believe me, I never wanted to do that. They said there was no hope. That I was the only witness with no proof whatsoever.
After hearing this, the defendant came to believe Mikoshiba-san's unchecked aggression toward Toshiro was the driving force behind his son's tragic suicide. And ultimately, this became his motivation for murdering Mikoshiba-san and staging his elaborate cover-up. Isn't that right, Ihara-san? Is it coming back to you yet?
Afraid not.
I see.
Then, is that all? Can the defense please get back on track?
This recording only came into my hands by means of Kawana. Except, thinking about it now, much like the murder footage, that would qualify as an unreliable source, wouldn't it?
What?
We live in an age where audio and video footage can be fabricated and easily reproduced.
What are you getting at?
Sawa-sensei, the one speaking in the recording, was murdered only days ago. And the one who recorded it, Kawana, disappeared without a trace. Meaning that as far as this recording is concerned, no one is left who can prove that it's authentic to the court. Or is my understanding incorrect? You would say you're completely unaware of the details about your son in this recording. Kawana had it. Didn't he play it for you?
I never heard it. Regardless of the content, it has nothing to do with me.
So you say. In that case, let's just assume then that Kawana and I are the only ones in possession of this audio recording. And considering that Kawana has all but vanished without a trace, that would actually make this the only copy, and me the sole owner. No backup exists.
What are you getting at?
If this has no value in this courtroom, then I'm afraid it's never gonna have a value beyond today. And being that you claim it's unrelated to you or this case, then it wouldn't bother you if I were to delete it from my phone right here and now.
Why would... That's crazy. I wouldn't!
Okay. Then tell me why I shouldn't do it.
Because
Because what?
Mikoshiba was a man who should never have escaped being judged.
Okay.
That's the proof of my son's pain. The
Now
proof
we're
that
getting
everyone
somewhere, right?
ignored. That recording is all I have left of him. I took the school to court.
Damn,
because
boy, I
Toshiro
punched that
deserved
nigga in the
justice.
nose. That nigga talk
All
about
they
it.
could say is that the cause of his suicide.
Be quiet,
couldn't
don't
be
tell
determined.
nobody. Bro, you got your shit punched in.
In the end, not a single person was held
You
responsible.
should have been a real nigga, you
No
feel
proof,
me?
no
And
justice.
Whoop that nigga ass, you feel me?
My son was
Yeah,
hung
like
up
the
to
nigga was
dry.
tough or something, bro.
Yes,
No bully is actually tough, my
that's
guy.
all true.
None.
All of you. You're all
They just
so
want to be
incompetent.
tough. But in
You see yourselves as
actuality,
these paragons of law
inside,
and
they're
justice.
really, you know
Yet
what
the
I'm saying?
truth slips right through your
They're really
fingers.
soft as hell.
And then, my alibi
Think about
made you
it.
a mockery. I made it so real. You passed me off as just another pervert. You were gullible. Every single one of you. Toshiro threw his life away and justice was blind to his pain. Mikoshiba walked free because of you. You condone murder and call yourselves the law. That's why. That's why I did it. I took Mikoshiba's life with my own hands.
Hey, we got him. Look at that nigga say, oh yeah! A hot story, hot story!
Turns out he's actually a murderer.
Oh
To
man.
recap, you killed Hiro Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then headed to Shinjuku Station where you and Kawana pulled off a switch. And there you were ultimately arrested as a
Them boys said, you ain't gonna believe this, boy. We got something hot. We got some hot information.
That's right.
Ugly ass niggas. Them boys ready to
Defendant,
tell it
you
all,
bear
boy.
animosity for the whole system. We can't just take your words.
But that's
at
how
face
it be in real life, though.
If you're
All the
responsible for Mikoshiba-san's
motherfucking
murder,
gossip, boy.
Can you bring forward any evidence, or just the murder footage?
To tell you the truth, I have something that I was holding on to for the impact that it would have. It's very real evidence that the law has failed us.
But for real though, some of
What
y'all
have you been
niggas need to
hiding
stop gossiping.
Will
Like
it prove you killed Mikoshiba?
broads, you feel me? And just
Yes.
mind your damn business.
Then what is it?
If you go to my wife's apartment, you'll find my son's altar there. In it, you'll find the weapon I used for the crime, the knife I murdered him with. It still has Mikoshiba's blood on it.
Why? Is you?
Genda-sensei?
This nigga is mental.
Well, I guess you can lead a horse to water.
Very well then. We'll open an investigation.
Defense. Will there be anything further?
Nah, we good, bruh. He told
No
the
matter
truth
how
like Future.
justified, vengeance
about to
is
say,
not
"I
something
tell
we
the
can ever take into our
truth."
own hands. That said, in the case of Ahara-san, our system failed him. We know the law strives to be just, but it failed to prove Toshiro-kun was bullied. That's not justice. Not when no one is held responsible. The law, as well as those who enforce it, are far from perfect. So to the court, I say let this case be a lesson. The law is failing to save people who need saving.
It's clear proceedings should be adjourned. At a later time when Mikoshiba-san's murder weapon is recovered, we can resume the trial. I'm willing to do that via a special exception. Defense, prosecution, is that clear?
No objections.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Well, Kanagawa PD called from the Ehara residence. They've recovered the knife. I'm ashamed to admit that I was so blind to his scheme.
Well then, that makes two of us.
Nah, you just trash ass lawyer. That's what it is, bro.
Seems
I'm
I
the best
underestimated
alive, dog. I'm the best to ever do it.
you. And
You
the
know what I'm
worst
saying?
part of all,
I'm the
was
best to ever
arrogant.
put this badge on.
Legal authority.
Even
and
though I don't take the job seriously,
organizational
because I'm not
connections should
a
never be
snitch
held
like
above the
that.
pursuit of
For real.
truth.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I'm
glad
not a
you were
snitch
able to
like
make
that
me
for real,
see
for
that
real.
again.
I'm an ass whooper.
Thank you.
Nah.
You've come a long way.
Genda-sensei.
Prosecutor Takano's been stubborn as hell from the day he passed the bar. Once he's made up his mind, nothing can stand in his way, not even his own boss. And he only bows once in a blue moon, so I hope you remember this.
Typical Genda law. I'm never going to like you.
You two really pulled it off. Great job.
Yagami-san.
It's Kusamoto, the vice minister.
Bondo.
He's from public security.
Right.
Yep.
You handled that with such grace, Yagami-sensei.
Shut your ass up, Dumbo. I don't care what you have to say, bro.
Yagami-sensei, would you
Y'all, I mean, you know what brought him here? Them big ass
Something we can't
bat
hear?
ears, nigga.
The more you know, the more you risk. You'd be endangering your own
Bitch like
lives.
wings, boy,
If
bat
you're willing to
wings.
accept that, feel free to stay.
We'll clear the room. At this point, we'd just be getting in Yagami-san's way.
Yes, sir. You know it. I'm about to beat the dog shit out this dude. Hey, bro, they must be brothers, bro,
It was
because they
nearly a
both
month ago
got
that
big ass
Kusamoto-san
ears, dog.
received the
I'm just
medal
saying.
from Kawana, though we were unable to use it to trace him.
What did it say?
Soma told you, didn't he? Kawana hid Shinya Kawai's body, seeing as Kusamoto-san's fingerprints and other traces were still on it. If that surfaces, the Ministry of Health will have yet another massive scandal on its hands. As such, we'd like to recover and dispose of the body as quickly as possible. Perhaps we'll need to melt it down.
The body was originally preserved to maintain control over Mitsuru's bullies. I never imagined it would be used against me someday.
Fine, but why are you telling me this?
Because of the letter he sent. Once Eihara-san's trial is over, he wanted to talk to you. Using my phone.
Huh?
Who are you talking about?
Is that Kawana?
Kusumoto-san, is Yagami there? Put me on speaker, please.
What the hell this nigga want?
Go ahead.
So, it seems Eihara-san's trial was a big success. He took our failing legal system and turned it on its head. Couldn't have done it without you.
I don't know what you're thinking, but public security has to be tracing this call. You have a plan?
Nope, not this time. That's why I'm using my own phone. And that's just the way I want it. Can't run forever, you know.
What the hell are you saying? If they catch you, you're a dead man.
That's exactly why I'm negotiating to prevent that. Kusumoto-san,
Yes.
I'll be upfront with you. I never imagined the day would come that you would be the one to betray me. But if I had to guess, Mitsuru-kun must have woke up. If that's the case, then Kawai's murder, your whole past, you're not the only one it stands to ruin. If all that comes into the light, Mitsuru-kun will be labeled the son of a murderer.
Exactly. I can't let that... That's the one thing I need to prevent.
I know. That's good. That's exactly
Why
what
though,
you should
bruh?
be doing.
Cause
So
everybody
please,
gonna know
don't stop
his mama's a
idea.
savage. You feel
Enough
me?
is enough.
You know what
You
I'm
and your
saying?
son
Nobody
have
gonna
been
play with that
through
boy.
enough hell.
Pause.
I want to protect Mitsuru-kun too. Almost as much as his mother.
Where is Kawai's body? Tell me.
I can only assume this call is being traced, so even as we speak, I'm standing somewhere very close to it.
You gave us the location. I'm going to dispatch Soma.
Kawana! Where are you?
I'm in Injincho. If I take even one step out of this city, I'd be powerless. I've got nowhere else left to go.
Kawana! After they find Kawai's body and Kawana is taken care of, I'm next on the list. Bando can act at his own discretion. If he wants me gone, he'll be able to silence anyone who could know too much. Sawa-sensei was just the first victim. You yourself have sealed this fate, you know. Will you tell him? Will you tell Mitsuru-kun about Sawa-sensei?
Surely you know it wasn't my fault. Sawa-san's death was a tragedy. I never imagined that would happen.
What about Kawana? Can you imagine how his death is gonna play out in a few hours? I can, but I'm not gonna let him go down without a fight. Which means, I'm going to Ijincho.
I can talk some sense into Bando. I won't allow him to kill indiscriminately. So please, don't go out there to risk your life.
Risk my life? You out of your mind? Do you know who I am?
That's how it works. No promises.
Talking about risking
So
my
come
life.
on.
I'm not risking
Kawana style
nothing. I'm the
Ijincho.
realest nigga
Someone
alive.
in our care
I'm finna
heading
go
there too.
dog slap
Let's
this
get to him
nigga.
fast.
Wait, are you sure about that?
You should be able to pick up some chatter. Pinpoint the
I don't even know what a
location.
dog slap
I'm on my way.
is. I just made
Talk to
that
you
shit
soon.
up just now. What it is?
I see you've arrived in Ijincho safe and sound.
What's happening? Is RK on the move?
Oh yes.
A picture began circulating on the internet not long ago. It was likely Kawana-san who put it out there. I just sent it over to you.
Hang on. Is this Shinya Kawai? That's his body.
Indeed it is. I data mined the image and found out it was taken.
That
just
boy
minutes
died
ago.
ugly,
I also
boy.
have the location. It's a warehouse company on Yokohama's coast, and Kawana's uncle came up as the proprietor.
You mean Siren's owner? Send me the warehouse's address.
That boy had no bottom lip,
Akira is
dog.
driving there with Kaito-san and Higashi-san right now. If you want to ride, take Isizaki Road and head to Tsurukame Highway.
Can't count how many times you've come through for me so far.
Just trying to return the many favors, Yagamishi.
Alright, y'all, man, we're gonna end the video right here. And if this is your first video that you've seen of mine, you feel me? Go ahead and subscribe to your boy. Drop a like, you know what I'm saying? Comment, you know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do, you feel me? But anyways, I'm out this bitch. Deuces.